What up? How we doing? Yo, Drusif, what up, dude? Oh yeah, you already know. You know what's funny? Quick funny story. I met up with Buster like a few months ago, and we were talking about mixing, of course. And he was like, "I like your mixes, but they're too safe." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And so I just cranked it more. You know what I mean? But I hope everyone's doing well, man. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Looks like Strake was first, dude. And then we got Jaeger, Down, S. Brown, Jaeger again, Tragic, what up? Jacoby, Rain. Dudes, I hope you're good, man. I hope you're doing so good. SO Guitar, Valen, T. Wicks, my guy. I remember literally saying the same thing to him a few years back. Really? You told him that his mixes were too safe, or he told you that his mixes, or your mixes were too safe? Wasn't using enough whammy, I know. Yo, Strake, thanks for saying what up, dude. I know it's late for you. Thanks for saying hi. I hope that you have the best dreams. The best dreams. Last night I actually fell asleep to let me see what it's called. Um Outwitting the Devil. You guys have heard of that book? I'm on like a second listen today, actually. Like I was listening while I was getting ready for stream, while I was getting ready for the gym. Anyways, let's see. Darkest of Winter, what up? Diego, my guys. Unixity, what up, dude? So as some of you know, um, we had a giveaway last week. It was like Saturday, and I think almost everyone got their prize. There's a few people I'm waiting for, like some one-on-one stuff, and so make sure that you hit me up, dude. Make sure that you hit me up on Instagram or Discord. I was like, dude, what happened to you over compressing stuff and all the big angry pumping? And he was like, man, I've just been focused on getting stuff clean. No way. Yes, like anthracite. That one, I was like, oh my gosh. So he came out with that after I met up with him, and I bought the How It's Done course or whatever from him. And when I heard the master, I was like, you don't care. You're just trying to get the like all of the energy. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try too then. I'm probably gonna have a mix walkthrough about that mix coming Thursday, but as you've seen, let me see if I could pull it up again. Hopefully it doesn't take me forever to find it. Here it is. Here it is. Dudes, if you're a part of the Patreon, we have a mix walkthrough coming up this Thursday. And so I know a lot of you have been asking about the Monarch stuff, um, and the Apex stuff, and just how this mix has come to be, because it's a little different than what I've normally done. Well, I'll show you here, man. Patreon is the price of a cup of coffee, basically. And Valen, thanks, dude. And so these mix walkthroughs, like, let's say you can't afford it or whatever, um, I have done a total of 5, I think, and they're all going to be in there. They're all in there. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. I still have to make the sample pack. Still working on that. I have some made, but I want to make more, and then I'll put it in there. I try to do monthly sample packs as well, just to kind of get the juices flowing, Again, watching Buster's How It's Done course really was like, man, I forgot that I used samples back in the day so much to really get the ball rolling, and so I wanted to provide that to you guys, you know? Again, to give you some inspiration, and Juice, I got to give you those too, man. I also got to give you the Vital synth pack, dude. It's the thing that I've been loving the most. Anyways, today I wanted to make, or at least start making a songwriting template. I have a lot of people that ask me how I go about making this stuff, and I didn't want to get too detailed, but what I wanted to do was kind of give you a little rough idea as to like my thought process, and I want to try to use as much stock plugins as I can, and if we can get this sounding cool, then I'll upload this to the Patreon, because why not? Yes, I did hear about Ozzy. That's insane. It's insane that he had, his final show. And what's funny is I just watched the Youngblood performance, and oh my gosh, dude. I haven't heard much from that guy, and I was blown away. How beginner focused was Buster's How It's Done. I liked Will Putney's, but it's clearly aimed at folks who've literally never recorded anything before. I think Buster's is, I think it's a mixture of a little bit of everything. Now, in terms of like what you can get out of it, Drew, that's a little tough because, you're kind of a vet when it comes to all this stuff. But I know that I learned quite a few little tricks and things that I know that I use now, like little ideas and things where I'm like, oh, that's clever. I wouldn't have thought to do it that way, And so, yeah. If only you didn't mix Walkthrough Studio One. I know. Well, that's the thing too, is like, I keep trying to go to Studio One, but it's just like the flow is so weird for me. I was actually talking to Josh about this. Because I let him use one of my licenses so he can kind of get a few things done with vocals, and it's easier for him to like transfer stuff to me. Because we were going to try to just live there for a little while, and Ableton's just so good, dude. So good. Reaper Gang. I know, dude. That's the only DAW that I'm not like proficient in, because I just don't get it. But, okay. I want to show you where I'm at. So, what I have here is a routed template. Now, this routed template I have on my Patreon. And so it's going to have everything routed, but it's also going to have all of the key switches, right? Or like the drums, right? So you can see everything's labeled. Well, that's built into this session. Now, when you get it, you're going to want to save it, so then, you have it in here. The other thing that I did, one important thing. If you get this template, one thing that you should do is you should go into your outputs and come up here to presets and batch configuration. And if you don't have enough outputs, like I have 16 by default, and I think that you should make 16 by default. You come here, factory, stereo 16. And so you're going to get 16 channels. And so no matter what routing template of mine you get or whatever, it's already going to be set up. Now, the next thing that you need to do is you need to save current output section state as default for all formats. That was a lot to say. But, yes. Now it's just going to be set like this. You can set it and forget it. So I have everything routed. And the way that you route inside of the Monarch kit is just here, right? Now, the cool thing, I just found this out. Thank you to Anup. So you have two little guys here, two little guys here, two little guys here, right? So you can actually choose cymbals overheads. So you can route these to something different. Same thing with this one. So you have a cymbal routing for your overheads, and you have a shells routing for your overheads. Same thing for close room, cymbals, close room. And then on the next one, you have shells, close room. And so just so you know, now I changed that because I just learned how to do this, or I just learned that this was the thing. And so I may need to update my template that I have uploaded inside of my Patreon, but it's pretty easy to do. What I did is actually I routed everything to the cymbals, except for the far, because I have these down pretty far. And so, also sorry to hit you with a ton of information, but I just want to like be thorough. The next thing, I have my output here set to output 11. And output 11 I have as drum verb. So if I end up putting a verb on here, it's going to go here instead of by default, it actually defaults to your kick, which is input 1 here. So I don't want that. I'm going to go to output 11. And so just so you know. But I didn't change anything. I'm using my favorite preset, Rock Metalcore 2, the best one. And so I don't think I did anything yet. Nope, everything's at 0 except for my kick. I brought it down because it was clipping. And I brought the snare down, I think, because it was clipping too, I think. But another thing. Before stream, I was messing around with this. I didn't know if you guys knew this, but you can add plugins to this. They have all kinds of stuff, right? And so I really love the Supercharger GT, I think it's called, or something. King got ping, dude. That's your favorite preset? Okay. Yes, please. And I also love the tape saturation, which I didn't put a lot on, which we'll mess with that possibly today. But what I think is cool about this is you can kind of like prepare it before it goes into here, right? So it's going here into these channels. I'm mixing these channels a little bit, utilizing what Contact comes with. And then I'm coming into here and then making final adjustments here. And so let me show you what it sounds like. It's not anything amazing yet, but this is what we got. So one thing that I'm going to do right away that I was going to do before stream, but I kind of wanted to show you my process here. So bleed inside of the Monarch kit is awesome because you can basically turn down anything you want in the overheads, the close room, and the far room. And one thing that I realized I needed to turn down a little bit more was the far room kick. Maybe a little bit of these, but I try to leave these in a little bit so we can get some of that room from the kick, you know? So this is a little tighter, you hear it? Oh! Boop. Dude, I saw your drum and bass relationship reel today. Love it so much. Could you maybe show how you achieve that glue? Yeah, dude. So I'm starting to make a template today. No kick in the rooms. Get out of my room, kick. Really? So I used to be the same, man. And then I was watching, like there was a few things that I watched. And I think one of them was Buster's and one of them was Dan Bronstein's. And Dan Bronstein actually had a kick room trigger on his kick. And I was like, because I'm the same, like get out of my, you know. But actually, I like what it does, dude. I like it. But I like it. Okay, so we have rough drums, but you can't really touch the drums, in my opinion, without getting a little bit of context. And my goal with this, speaking of Unixity, what up, dude? My goal is to not use triggers, because I haven't had to use triggers. China! This here... Oh, you want some China? China! Let me show you this reel really quick. It just came out today. The thick boy. Don't look at me. The balance between the kick. You guys are all naked under your clothes too. Chill. Facts. And the guitar is just like the icing on the cake, dude. Ooh, I'm gonna try that. Don't have to get crazy. Just keep it simple. I have no triggers on there, boys. None. No triggers on the kick or the snare, like nothing, dude. And so just so you know. That's what I love about the Monarch kit. Now there's a little caveat. Let me just say, inside of Monarch, if you go to the submixer and you go to the kick, there is technically samples built in, right? So I'm not adding anything additional. I'm using what's here. Now, I believe I changed this. I have to figure that out. But let's get like some guitar and bass in there and stuff. Today, we're going to chuck in a AXURE. I have to make sure I'm using the correct... Okay. I can't tell if I'm excited or just upset hearing how good you are at this. I'll take that as a compliment, dude. Love you. I mean, I would hope that, like... I would hope that I got good at it, because I'm not even kidding you, dude. Like, I wake up, I go to the gym, I go to the grocery store to usually buy chicken. I come home and I make music. And I do a ton of editing, unfortunately. But I hope that I'm good, you know, like at least a little bit. Dude, that reference brass one shot. I know, dude. Did you see me click on it? Did I click on it? I think I usually do. And I was just wondering what he's using. I use Parallax. Yeah, I use Parallax too, dude. Yo, Mateo, thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Also, Maxim, Bunker, my dude, Julia. Thank you guys for the affiliate anniversary. I didn't know that was today. Very cool. The fact that the MIDI is this good. I know. Here's the thing is, like, I'm not the best at guitar, which I'm trying to get better at. I used to play a lot of guitar back in the day, and then I hopped on the drums for a while, and then I just wanted to write more songs, you know, and this is the fastest way to write songs, in my opinion. For me, anyways, right? Okay, so we have AXURE, which, if you don't know, this is a MIDI guitar. Wait. Sounds sick, dude. Anyways. 2025, we're doing this to play guitar. Okay, so the next thing that I want to add, we're going to go mix with Mike Stringer, because I love that amp so much, dude. That's how I play real guitar. Yo, Diego, thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. You guys can do this too, man. Anyone can do this. You just have to put the time in, you know, and just get obsessed with it. Okay, so I'm going to go... We're going to go chunk, dude. I like this preset. I'll mess with this here in a second. So I usually go stereo guitars here, right? I'll usually do this and then come over here and then make this stereo. Sounds sick already. Maybe I will do that for now. I don't know. Ah! This is where we kind of like make these decisions now. I'm going to try something in front of you guys. I'm going to do a Control D on this. So we have two of them. No, dude. Also, dude, I've been using Unixity. I've been using the neural stuff for years. I just recently started trying different things. Gojira I used for probably a complete year straight. And so I had to change it up, man. And this mic stringer is everything that I've wanted. I need you to show me all your plugins, Shane, on every track. You will... Yeah, Animask. So, we're doing a mix walkthrough this Thursday. Boop. On the Patreon. We'll start here, and then we'll eventually go into the Patreon, and I'll show you everything. I'll show you everything. Yo, Mask, thanks, dude. Ivan, my guy, what up? Josh, dude, what up, dude? Day in a life vlog. Luke, would you really want that? It's literally just me sitting here, like, making stuff, scrolling, checking numbers, seeing how bad I'm doing, making music, editing, checking, seeing how bad my numbers are doing. Maybe that's too real, huh? I mean, I am literally praying to the music gods, and then the music just like flows into me. This crazy aura, like just it kind of looks like this. You see that? You see that light right there? You know what I mean? I'm kidding. It's not that crazy, dude. I'm not using Architect Space, dude. So I'm not, because my C#1 or my C1, it bugs out. And so I have to I've been trying to get a hold of them, and they haven't got back to me. And so I forgot how sick Nolly Bass was. 4 a.m. in Taiwan. Woke up to the legend himself live. Hey, Liam. Thank you, dude. Good morning. Did you sleep good? Did you have good dreams? Anyways, so I'm going to do guitar 1 on this one. Right? Guitar 1. And then I'm going to go to this one. Close out. Open this one up. We're going to go guitar 2 on this one. Now, I wish Alan was here. Could be like, hey, dude, can you make these red like we had it before? Anyways. So now I have both of these. I'm going to go left and then right over here, because we're going to be doing double track, right? And then I'm going to go R, H, Y, G, T, R, L, Command R, Control R, R, H, Y, G, T, R, R. Rhythm guitar L, rhythm guitar R. Then I'm going to select them both, Control G, to group those bad boys. And then we're going to name this RHYGTR. Now, whenever I do buses, I like to make them a different color than my tracks. So, for example, I like my guitars to be purple now. They're purple now. But then I make my bus, or like my group, a little darker. You see that? Kind of the same thing here, right? At least so you know, like if even here, you can see like, oh yeah, these are my buses. This is like a bus, but it's kind of a bus, right? And so, yeah. You like that perp? Hey, Drew, you like that perp, bro? Jay Burns, what up, dude? When you say writing template, do you mean a mixed template? Yes, so I like to write with a mixed template because I want the full effect right away. Drew, are you the same? When you're writing, are you like, do you have everything mixed pretty good? Yo, Angel! 3 months in a row, dude? It's contributing to the daily goal. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, dude. I like my guitars to be physically purple. I know, dude. I want a purple guitar, too. Anyways. Gotta get to editing. Editing. At the bring out and get the writing brain flowing. I know, dude. Yeah. So for me, with a mixed template, I can get out of that, you know, and it just sounds good, you know. Why did it not read out loud? Let me see what it said. Say, what's up, people? How we doing? There it is. Sorry, dude. I don't know why it didn't play. Maybe it's having issues. Okay, so we have rhythm guitar. Now, I want to try something. I want to try to put mixed wave Mike Stringer on my group to save computer resources and then put it on stereo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose both the left and right, and I'm going to arm them. After Knock Loose's laugh track in 2016, I learned that even simpler riffs can sound insanely sick if your mix is on point. Yes. Yes, dude. I love that. First Ableton Crest? That's pretty good, dude. Because back in the day, I used to call Ableton Live Unstableton Live. God Particle? Mask, I have. For me, I think there was... I think it was like heavy on my CPU. Yo, Julian. Shout out Rev Noir, dude. We got Rev Noir in the house. If you guys have not checked out Rev Noir, please go and check them out. They are disgusting. They would show up on my playlist before I met Julian. They would show up in my playlist, and I'd be working. I'd be like, "What is this band?" And I look, and it's them. Save. Insane. Oh, let's go, Joe. What up, dude? Let me change these. Oh, I need to add my key switches. So I'm going to type in AXURE. I think it's 1.5. Let me see. Bro, the beginning of that crowd cheers. My bad, dude. My bad, dude. I mean, there's some fun stuff in the points redemptions if you want to. I don't know if they're expensive either. I think it's in my... Oh, here it is. AXURE 1.5 MIDI labels. China! Put this in the beginning. Yes, please. Now, I'm only going to put it on one guitar because the way that we're going to set this up is it's going to hear... One guitar is going to hear what the other one's doing. Like the MIDI from one, this one's going to be listening for that MIDI. So they're going to play the same thing. And that's going to save us some time. So, for example, rhythm guitar L, rhythm guitar R. I want rhythm guitar R to listen for the MIDI on rhythm guitar L. So I'm going to go MIDI from inside of Ableton, rhythm guitar L, and then I'm going to turn this to monitor in. Now what's cool is, let's say you get done, and I always recommend that you have two different MIDI clips, because you're going to get different things, and then you're going to go in there and change stuff. We'll talk about that later. But you just switch this back to auto, and you have your lane back. So for example, see how it's this color? Let's go in. Oh, it doesn't show. Like, let me see if I could show you with like a MIDI clip or something. So we have a MIDI clip here, and then we have a MIDI clip here. See how it's gray? Well, if I hit auto here, it turns back on. Yo, Joe, for the 5? Drew, incoming. Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate you, dude. If you got one, make sure you say thank you. Because no more ads, dude. You're the best. Anyways, so for now, I'm going to go monitor in, which is going to disable this, so we don't have to do this. So now I can disable the arming on this one. And if all worked correctly, they're the same. Kind of. You can hear there's a little bit of a difference, and it could be this post effects. Let's see. It's fine. It's good enough. I'm not too worried about it because, again, we're going to, when we find something we like, we'll drop it down and blah, blah, blah. It's for writing. We're making a writing template. Okay, so the next thing that I need to do is I need to right-click, show names in MIDI editor, unclick, right-click it again because that's a thing. So now Yep, see? Oh, okay, there we go, there we go. It's because I don't have anything in there. Now we have everything labeled. First string, second string. So we have our 4 strings here. We have our different articulations here, and then all of our notes, and then there's some stuff up here, which I want to tell Alan about this. What's so cool about having your good friend be the creator of a plugin that you use? You can be like, hey, dude, does this make sense? I don't know. And then we think about it, talk about it. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I want to turn this to sustain. Let's do sustain alt pick. I'm just going to click on it so it switches to that key switch, right? So what AXURE does is, like, for example, if I choose palm mute alt pick, it's going to play palm mute alt pick until it sees sustain alt pick, and then it'll switch to there when I click it, or if there's a MIDI clip there, or a MIDI note. So now sick. Now there's some things that I like to do, which it's going to be hard to do because I prefer to have context. And so let's add something else so we can get some more context here. I'm going to go contact 8. Is there anything I can't show you in this? I think we're good. Okay, contact 8. And I'm going to use Nolly bass because that's been my bass of choice recently. And I like to use we can try the dark DI, but it's just kind of the settings, and so I'm just going to choose it. Yo, Chris, on Apex, did you create a left right channel at some point? No, so that one just stays. They don't have that option. I actually talked to them about that. We had a good meeting about, and I made them a video about like features that I would want, like a wish list or something, you know. Made them like a 10-minute video about maybe a few bugs, some features, some things that you guys have told me that maybe would be cool, and I told him, you know. And so we're actually going to have another meeting tomorrow. Shout out Keep Forest, shout out Apex, dude. Love Apex so much. I just feel like I haven't used AXURE for a while. And I kind of, so we gave away a few AXUREs on Saturday. And so I want to kind of show you guys how to mix it in and kind of get familiar with it as well. So we have, let's go DI. Thoughts on Gin Bass? Dude, Gin Bass is cool. I think one thing that you need to keep in mind is, you know, the distorted tones. There's a little tiny mixer thing that you need to go into that I wish that they would make it brighter or more obvious. When you click on that, move those things in there, dude. Yo, Brandon, what up? What's going on, dude? How we feeling? I loved your reel, by the way. I'm glad you finally got to get around to mess with it, and very good. Happy to you. So happy you show it today. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, AXURE is very awesome. It's overused. It is, but you can make it sound unique. You know, you can make it sound like your own. That's what's nice. This is making new samples for contact version of AXURE. I don't know. I have to ask him. I would have to ask him. I think it's gonna be a blend of both. I don't know. I wish we could get a clean blend in those submission audio sample instruments. Oh, be able to blend the DI, Drew? I didn't know that you couldn't do that. That's interesting. So I'm going to use parallax. So not everything's going to be free, but like the mixing is going to be free. Yeah, and Brandon, if you wouldn't have told me that, I wouldn't have known. Oh, really? I'm the guy that like tries to like tame that a little bit. Da-da. Oh, he got an ad. Joseph got an ad. Sorry, bro. I don't know if he can still see me. I'm sorry, dude. Hashtag ad. Hashtag Twitch Turbo, dude. I got Twitch Turbo. I like starting with the and I completely ripped off Dan Bronstein on this one. I like starting here. But I'll start to like boost this stuff. It's good enough. Running 2 instances for your DI. Yeah, so inside of Ableton, I can do that. So if I group this together and I open this and then I do like I duplicate this, I can get rid of one of these, and now I have, and then I have this one. Hashtag Ableton, dude. I'll show you that. I just grouped it so it creates an audio effect track, and I duplicated it. And so I have a clean version, and I have a parallax version. But I don't do that. Maybe one day. When I get older, you know, when I grow up. Let's just put like a little cheeky riff. We'll just grab the kick. Let's grab the snare too. Why isn't it grabbing the snare too? Give me both! Alright, I'm gonna have to do this. Wait, am I... There we go. How do you use the color scheme blue and pink? For some reason the buttons are initially orange. What do you mean, Julia? Are you saying in AXURE or are you saying in like Ableton? Blue and pink. Are you saying up here, like when you right click, you can change the colors here? Is this what you're saying? Or are you saying the theme? The theme I use is immaterial, by the way. And I changed some things. So I have immaterial, if this is what you're talking about. I changed my brightness to up a tiny bit, but my grid intensity, I have to lock this. My grid intensity, I bring it all the way up. All the way up. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, Unixity. I haven't done that yet. I just haven't had the time to like dive in there on that. These buttons, for example, on the track. Angel, I have a question regarding your one-on-ones. Can I ask you here? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can ask me here, dude. I'm going to make a new MIDI clip. I'm just going to highlight where I want it. Control-Shift-M or Command-Shift-M, I think it is. Mohawk
Flexed
Joe.
bicep emoji, nerd face emoji, rock on gesture emoji.
All of those things that you just said back at you, dude. Thanks for the 7 months, bro. What we doing? Thanks for being here, dude. Miss you. Let's do a legato. F sharp. When you mute the track and enable again, it's blue and pink. Oh, these. Yeah. So it's the immaterial theme, like I was just showing you, Julia. If you go to options, settings, themes and colors, immaterial. I know, Angel. I don't know why it didn't work for you. Did you say a bad word, dude? Did you say a bad boy word? Yeah, immaterial is sick. Apparently, this theme was made after some artist that I think passed away that used Ableton, and so I was like, oh, that's cool. Sweet. Let's put this on the bass. Oh, we got to change the color of the bass. Control R, bass. So as some of you know, I use yellow for my bass, but I use kind of like an off yellow because I hate. I would much rather have like a duller yellow, so it's not as like bright in my face. Yo, what are those guitar samples you're using? Dude, this is AXURE from Study Sound Audio. MIDI guitar. It's awesome. And we're gonna dive into that more too. I know, Ruben. So they have a plugin where, or it's like a Max Relive device that will get rid of all of the like super neon looking ones. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, pastel colors. There you go. There you go. Like this blue is a little too crazy, but it's fine. It's fine. If I can like change it, maybe I'll change it now. You guys got me thinking about this. We're getting distracted, dudes. Look at me getting distracted. We'll go here. So like even that blue's too much for me, dude. Get out of here, blue. Sign track colors eclipse. Okay. All right, we're good? Okay, so on our first one-on-one, you told me that we can use listen to so that when I share my screen and my DAW open, you can listen to right. So is that so that way, yes. So we can do it that way, but depending on um how powerful your computer is, sometimes we can get away of just going through Zoom and doing MME. And when I record, because when you do a one-on-one with me, it gets recorded and you get like an AI summary with notes and key takeaways from what we talked about. And there's a video. And so if we do listen to, it won't work. Like you'll watch the video and there'll be nothing. I've been using Strategizer 3 and there's some samples where it's legit. Yes, Drusif, I stopped using Hydra because the lows, when you add them, like when you add distortion to them, it just sounds funny. Like the finger tone in Apex and AXURE are so great. Now you have to think, I was actually, I said this to Alan when we hung out the other day. You can think of AXURE as a little bit of like OG era finger tone because Alan used to be an era, right? And so if you want OG era finger tone, here you go. Let's see. Now the finger tone in Apex is very good too, man. I don't know who they had do it. I asked him the guitar and the artist who did it, so we know. Era fingers. Brandon, exactly. Sexually. Wait. We're still on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube TOS, dude. My bad. Nothing, Ruben. Nothing, dude. I said nothing. First thing that we should do is we should control Sav. Let's go to July. Actually, let's put this in our templates folder. Do we have a template folder? Writing templates. Let's say Monarch Patreon template, possibly. Let's see. It's gonna come. I know, dude. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to live here, dude. I'm just trying to live. Let's see what it sounds like with palm mute now. Palm mute alt pick. Hey. Aussie. And your lawyer, he says. I mean, it sounds pretty decent already. So there's a few things that I like to do here. I like to add a little bit of saturation on the master. So I'm going to add a saturator, see what that does for me. Okay, dude. Sick. Okay, so I think we're sounding pretty good. Oh, I'll give you guys my little secret sauce. I usually only tell my one-on-one homies these and the mix walkthrough homies this, so don't tell anyone else, okay? Multi-band compression. Watch what happens when I throw this on here. I'm going to throw it on there. I'm going to turn it off. And then I'm going to turn it on. You ready? We're done. Stream over. Have a good one, dudes. Kidding. You better not leave. Anyways, you can see how powerful this multiband is. Like, it's crazy. Now, what I like to do is I like to have this amount down a little bit. Because you can think of this preset as a little like OTT. But we're not doing any upward compression. We're just doing downward compression. But I still mess with this amount knob. So that gets us like a little bit closer. It adds that little bit of clarity that we like. And so now, from here, maybe I'll start messing with like an EQ. Someone asked me about Telos drums. I haven't had enough time with it, dude. I wish I could give you a better answer. Yeah, Unixity. So Ableton has an OTT preset, but this multiband compression preset, it's so good, dude. It's so good. I might try to mess with multiband on the bass. And so let's do an EQ. I'm just going to do an EQ8. I can't wait till Ableton makes EQ8s dynamic. And they're a little bit better. Like, why can't I click on this and use my scroll wheel to like make the... Anyways. We're getting picky. Did you hear the new Arrow song? Dude, I heard them both. You know what's funny is Gore of Being, I heard... I don't want to say before anyone else, but I would say I was like, I heard the demo. Because I had a chat with Clint a few times via Zoom. Because he wanted to pick my brain on some things. And he was like, what do you think of this? And I was like, oh, this is stupid. This is so good. And I was like, if this is not an Era song, then they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. And then here we go. Gore of Being, dude. Shout out Clint. Clint Tustin. He's so awesome. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to 30. We're going to start at 30 on this low. And then I'm going to bring this and solo this for a second. Now, I want to take a look at the analyzer and like what it's doing. So I'm just going to play it for a second. Just take a look at it. I know that there's some people who are like, oh, RTA, blah, you should use your ears. But I like to do both. Sue me. You know what I mean? Sorry, Joseph. This, I change around. It depends. This area right here. What's so funny is I've used the Nolly bass for so long that I kind of like recognize this curve right away. And so... Okay, I'm going to stop there because I need context. I've never tried this before. Oh. That's not bad. I'm going to call that good for now. Let's go to guitar. What I like to do, what I've been doing recently, is EQing my DI. And there's multiple ways that I do it. Sometimes I'll use like Dr. Drive. I've been loving what Dr. Drive has been doing. Dr. Drive is a free plugin, by the way. It's like a Horizons Devices clone. And I mean, we can see what that sounds like. So I'm going to go here. And we're going to put a Dr. You know what? Maybe we should do like a Dr. Drive right before Mixwave. Boom. Just gives it more love and more life. Now, one thing I'm starting to notice is the excitement from my drums is kind of going away. So what I'm going to do is I want to try to get a new perspective of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of my rhythm. I'm going to get rid of my bass. I'm going to turn them all the way down. So they're completely down, and I'm going to slowly bring them in. Control S. Let's hit play. Ah, look it. We're already in the red. And that could be because of, you know, this guy here or whatever. And so maybe what I can do is I'll bring these down. I'll just put these at 0. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to do that on the output. I'm going to go down 6 here because it's pushing it more in the input here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring these down, maybe -5 on these. -5, -5, -5. So now we're getting the same sort of effect, but we're just turning it down after the fact. And we're better here. Now we can make this better, but it's all right. So my goal here is to kind of listen for the kick and listen what the kick's doing and the low end of the kick. And as soon as I bring my bass in, if that low end of that kick starts to disappear, I know I went too far with my bass. But you can alleviate that if you add a... I'm going to group this. If you add some sidechain stuff. So I'm going to go bass, bus. And I'm going to add some glue compressors. I like using glue compressors for my sidechain. I've been using like Track Spacer and all those things. And this was just to kind of like alleviate some CPU power. And I ended up liking it. So I'm going to go external, source, kick, sidechain filter. And I'm going to do the notch. Is it the notch? I don't know. And then I'm going to go 50. And then I'm going to mess with this. And then I'm going to go fast attack, fast release. Now they're blending a little bit better. I'll stop there. It's fine. I'm going to do another glue compressor for my snare. External, snare. We're going to go notch about 200. We'll start at 200. It's fine. Maybe I'll go a little lower. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe like 190. I don't know. We'll go attack here for now. And then we'll try attack there. Sick. Yo, Uvagi. Did I say it right, dude? Also, Eric, what up, dude? I just noticed your message up there. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like in the zone right now. I also noticed our cymbals are a little loud, so maybe I'll turn those down a tiny bit. Now again, my cymbals are all in one channel. Like my close room cymbals, far room cymbals, they're all on one channel. And then if I go to far room, there's a little bit in there. But close room and overheads, they're their own thing. Cymbals are all on the cymbal channel. Uvaji. Uvaji. Dude, I'm so bad. Also, Tiosh. Dang it, dude. I'm sorry. Thanks for the follow, dude. I'm sorry I'm sucking at names. I'm usually the worst at, like, naming. Alright, I'm gonna bring the guitars in. Okay, what I'm going to do really quick. First, I'm going to do Control K. And you see how it like highlighted some things in orange? Well, I want to turn this onto a key on my keyboard. And so I clicked on it, it's highlighting it. Now, right here, as soon as I click it, you see it did something up here? So now, if I hit Control K, we go back here, we zoom in. That's my MIDI preview. So with it on, if I have it off, it doesn't do that. So just so you know. Yeah, Apex is awesome. Apex is so good. Alright, so anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to highlight these. Because I want a mixture of like palm mutes and stuff like that. And then I'll do some like, some octave. We'll make a quick riff, basically. Control C, Control V. We're going to go down to palm mute, all pick. And then I'm going to grab these and see if this works. I'm going to go back to sustain here. Boom. Okay, this is going to not work. This one won't work here. This here. Okay, I think we're good. You know what I should have did? I'm going to go back. Let's see if I can go back. I'm going to go back up here. I'm actually going to bring these down because I know they're going to be palm mutes. Don't look at me. You guys are all naked under your clothes too. Chill. That's true. Don't judge me, dude. Just because I'm naked under mine doesn't mean that you're not naked under yours. Anyways. V, and we're going to move over. We're going to do this. I need to fix this. Whatever happened here? What is this? Oh, it's because it looks like it's a triplet thing there. This is a groove that was on the Monarch kit. Oh, this is just like in a weird spot. Look at that. Okay, it's not triplet. Okay. I think we're good now. Man. Just gonna come up with a quick riff here. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I know that I just remembered we have some homies that just want some Telos guitars. Let's put Telos guitars on there. Ah, Angel, that's crazy. You know, I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work. Multi-band compression. I don't hate it. I'm gonna turn the amount down. So what it's doing is it's making our cymbals a little brighter. See if that helps. I really like this focus saturation. It's crazy. Saturator. Yo, Corn, what up, dude? You still haven't hit me up for your one-on-one. I gotta send you that link. I haven't heard from you. What's up, dude? It's so funny. I was going down my list and I was like, how come I didn't hear anything from Corton yet, dude?
R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne.
Did you? I didn't get it. Was it on Discord? Anubis, what up, dude? 11 months in a row, my... Thank you so much, man. Almost a year. What is this? Multi-band compression. Oh, for you. Multi-band compression. Love it. Love it! I hear some things. that. Okay, we're getting closer. We're definitely getting closer. What's cool is I haven't done anything to this stuff yet. I haven't added anything yet. We can get there. One thing that I like to do, and man, I said I was going to mainly use free plugins, but there's something that I love to do on this. I wish that Ableton had a transient designer. Now I can try to see how the Kilohertz transient shaper does here. But I like to pump the sustain in the far room. You know what I'm going to do too is I'm going to compress these cymbals. Let's try to use a glue compressor. Oh, I'm going to add a transient shaper to this too. Kilohertz. Jay Burns, it will, dude. We're live on YouTube right now. Did you hear the toms in there? So I got to turn the toms down a little bit in the far rooms because I really am mainly using that far room for my snare, dude. And so I have to like turn this down. Let's go here. Let's go into the blood section. I mean the bleed section. And I'm going to go into the far room. I'm going to turn all of the toms down a little bit. Not all the way, because I'd like to have a little bit of that in there. But again, we're getting them here. So I'm also going to turn the cymbals down further in this far room because we already have enough cymbals, dude, from other places. Okay, now one thing that I just recently started doing as well is on my EQ, I'm going to make these rooms a little darker. See what that does for us. There's still a few things in that guitar that I can't get out of. Oh no! Was I zoomed in that whole time? I am so sorry. I get so caught up. I'm sorry about that, dude. There's a few things in here that I need to get rid of. This one I try to go by ear. That one I just seen it. Look at this one. Look at this thing right here. Maybe. That's pretty prominent, dude. I started programming music because of you, so thank you for that. You really inspired me. Let's go, CK. My guy. Shout out, CK. That's amazing to hear. Also, Julia and Angel, I see you guys jamming right now. What are you asking for here, Julia? I'm sorry, I missed it all. Will this be a template on Patreon? Possibly. Possibly, dude. I did this for One Kit Wonder New Metal, and maybe I should just do it with this too, huh? It needs some more love. But, you know, that's what we're doing now. Now I can bring this back up. Oh, Julia, yeah, I do have some videos on how to do that. It's going to be with different drums, but the concept's going to be the same. Now, I thought about doing a Monarch routing thing, and maybe I should. It wouldn't take too long. Yo, Ale Go Wield. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for the follow. Sorry if I screwed up your name. Have you tried cutting instead of boosting when searching for frequencies? I do a little bit of both. I'm so used to Fab Pro Q3 that I kind of already know what I'm looking for because it's usually the same, you know? Ba ba ba. We need more notes in here, dude. Ba ba. Yeah. Oops. Okay, so we got a little bit done on this. Now, I keep using paid plugins. I always say, like, if you want to use mainly free plugins, if you have Ableton, it's always good to invest in a nice limiter or like a little post-master guy, right? Like for me, it's Flatline 2 because it's so easy to use. Like, it's like such a quick thing. Watch your ears. Now, what's nice is I'm getting like a nice lift of like compression and all that. So then I already have other decisions that I want to make, you know? Yeah, Colin and Ruben just like to be different, huh? Okay. Okay. No, FabFilter limiter is good too. It's very good. Yo, Tokiko. Did I say it right? Did I say it right? What's up, dude? Okay, I'm hearing stuff. Saturator. Ooh, that saturator's already helping. I know, Ruben, I'm just giving you a hard time. For me, I don't know, I prefer boosting. I really do. This guy needs some love. Like, this is too much here. It's not there. That. I have to turn that down. What's nice is with the Monarch kit, these have boosts. And so there's like pre-mixed. So that's something to think about too. Like, you don't have to do a ton to these because they're already doing a ton. Like, I've been mainly doing EQ, some saturation, but like mainly EQ and saturation, you know what I mean? Like this one I just did some slight compression with the cymbals. Want to try to buy a new drum plugin? I mean, Colin does have a point. It honestly does depend. However, there's a lot of drum programs out there that you can really get them to sound however you want. And so, which is nice. Like, this one is pre-processed, but if you turn off the boosts, then, you know, it's not processed, and then you can make it whatever you want. Might be a little too compressed on those overheads. I like to definitely overcompress my overheads, but not that much. Do you have reverb on the snare? I don't, dude. That's my far room. Oh, I gotta get rid of the kick a little bit more on the rooms, or that far room. Okay. Also, Necro, did you ever hit me up? I believe you won a one-on-one, right? Yeah. Did you hit me up on Discord? Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure I didn't miss it. Well, at least hit me up so I can give you that link so, you know, then you can schedule a time that works for you, dude. Whoa. I'm just trying to get some more synths in there so then I can kind of see what the synths are going to do to my mix. I got to add some density. You know what we should do? Let's chuck a BA1. I know we had some homies win a BA1. I think Aru, it was Aru that did, and I'm looking forward to that. BA1 is awesome, but it sounds better in dark mode. And so just so you know, sounds better. I'm kidding, by the way. So they have some really cool packs. But let's see what we got. Sick. This is good enough. So they have an arpeggiator in here. Octaves, 1 octave. Let's power it on. Power me on! Up. Down. Up, down. Secret chaos. There's a little secret little chaos thing here. But if you put it low, there's some nice width in there. Legato. Yeah. That's built in. FM. Compressor. Okay, now that we have some synths in there, we can really start to feel how the mix feels with like multiple things in it. Those cymbals are still a little too loud. But it's something in here. That's better. Now keep in mind, we only have that multiband compression, which is like basically parallel compression in a way. I'm going to try to add a little glue compressor here. I'm already hearing songwriting things, which is good. Okay. We're close. We're close on this guy. I feel like we got to a pretty good spot. One last thing I want to add is a glue compressor at the end here. And there's some settings that I like, because this glue compressor is similar to an SSL, like a bus compressor. And so I like to go auto release, and then I'll move around this attack. But I try not to go to 5. I try to go like right around here. And so let's see. We're not. I really don't want to do a ton of gain reduction yet. I just want to see. I wanted a little bit of volume boost. What do you think of the new Slotted Prevail? I haven't checked it out, dude. I have not. Here's what our drums sound like. I'll show you before and after these guys. It's close. We're not too bad. I feel like my ears are a little shot. I usually take a break. Another thing that I usually do is I'll grab my metric AB. And at this point, what I'll do is I'll start to A-B with mixes that I like. You know what I mean? Just so I can get some good perspective. Like, I could be way off. I don't know. And so at this point, I'll go to metric AB and start to listen for mixes that I like in terms of like, where's their mids at? Where's their lows at? Where's their highs at? And then I'll try to, you know, mess around with that. But this is where we got today. I can continue this tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Thursday. Actually, I can't. We have a mix walkthrough coming up. Got a mix walkthrough coming up. Now, like I said, I was going to give you a choice on what you want to see more of. Like, I can show you the mix that I just did. Not this one, of course. Like, this is one that I plan on probably just chucking on the Patreon. But let me show you. There's two that we can do. Because I want to utilize Monarch kit and stuff like that. So the first one is this guy. So Spirit Box was on Jimmy Kimmel. Huge for the metal community. And so shout out and congrats to Spirit Box. So I figured, why don't we try to remake a little section from Soft Spine? Here it is. So So I can show you that one, or I can show you the riff that I did today. The balance between the kick and the bass is so important. And the guitar is just like the icing on the cake, dude. Ooh, I'm gonna try that. Don't have to get crazy. Just keep it simple. What do you think? I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. I do. Like, for example, here's one. Yeah. I want this to be filthy, bro. Let's make that lead. And then, there's this one. Oh, this one's special. Oh, it's about to get thick. Yeah. Yeah, I know. David. He's all about it, dude. Freaking David. Gotta bring your brown pants to the brown pants, dude. I've been wearing like oversized pants lately. Love them. You can't really see them. But I'm all about that life. But anyways, Thursday's stream is going to be a mix walkthrough stream. But what I like to do is I'll show you like one of the things, you know? Like I'll show you one of the things and then we'll go to the Patreon and I'll finish it off there. Now, if you don't, like if you can't make it to this, it's going to be recorded. And so you'll still have access of it, you'll still have access to it in there. And so, but this was fun, man. This was a good challenge. I don't do this often. I spend all kinds of money on plugins, and this is a fun way to kind of like test the skills. What's really funny is this kind of sounds like my old mixes, which is kind of cool. I want to keep messing around with this, but I have to call it, dudes. I'm going to end it with Phantom Center 2 on my synths. Turn the mix down. Yeah, for sure, Colin. There's some things that I know that is like secret sauce for these big dudes that I have now, and I'm like, oh, I get it. Sullivan. Let's see what it sounds like with the flatline 2 up. Yeah, this will probably be on there. I still want to tighten it up a little bit. Yeah, I really prefer the FabFilter UI. I love it so much. It's really good. Like even the Telos guitar is really good. It made my life easy. Sheesh. So good. But yeah, we haven't even like done too much with the bass, but I just use an EQ8 and some dynamic EQ, some upward EQ. So this is keeping my low end consistent. We didn't even come in here and mess with this. I definitely want to mess with that. Does Clipper, Kilohertz Clipper. I haven't messed with this. That's probably soft. I want more. We're getting lost in the sauce again. We're getting lost in the sauce. All right, last thing I'm adding is saturator. We'll finish doing this on another stream. And then when I'm done with it, I'll chuck it on the Patreon. Ooh, okay, thanks, Colin. I will definitely, I'll try to get that before we finish this guy up. You see how it's getting closer and closer just by using saturation? Yes, please. Dang it. I want to keep messing with this. China! Okay, clip. It's free? Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Maybe I can just use this one. Kilohertz Clipper. Okay, we have some work to do, dudes. We have some work to do. We'll keep working on it. We'll tighten it up before I put it on the Patreon. It needs some more work. It's okay. Paid K clip is very comparable. Dude, I've been loving standard clip, man. I use it on everything. It's so good. Well, I'll show you on Thursday everything that I've been using. Oxford stuff. So good. But guess what? It's time to raid. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful. Don't forget, we have the mix walkthrough on Thursday on the Patreon. I'm sure Cole's on. He's got to be on, right? Maybe Dan's on. Is Dan on? Is Dan recording? No, Cole's not even on. Make Me Macaroni's on, though. And they're fun. Maybe we say hi to them before we dip out, dudes. If you can. Let's say what up to the homies and Make Me Macaronis. Macaroni? These guys are awesome. They're really fun. A full band. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Make sure that you liked. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know how you felt about the mix and if there's things that you learned. We only scratched the surface with this. And so now we're just kind of fine-tuning to get it right where we want it. And so stay tuned for that. I love all you guys so much. Look at me. You guys are all naked under your clothes too. Chill. Are you? You are. Don't lie, dude. All right, guys. Take care. Love you.